Hi there, I am in the dining room, which I've already showed this on another Christmas tour video. This is the third video I'm making and my final one. I want to show you the entryway, but I was just going to kind of start here in the dining room. I know I've showed you my hot cocoa bar and my little tree that I made with all my fun yard sale ironstone and little miniature dishes. All those good finds. So, okay, when you come into our front door, you're here in the entryway, and I like to keep this really light and neutral. I do have this little realistic greenery that I've had for many years. I change out the ornament. This year I have a little sweet nativity on it. And on this old vintage knoll post, I have a very simple, realistic looking tree. It is fake, of course. I have this white glitter bulbs just to keep it very simple. And my kids went and visited Mom in South Carolina over Thanksgiving, and they brought me back a few goodies from her. She sent that beautiful sign that she got at Home Goods to me, and I have this very simple look. I have a few of these spools that I got at a yard sale years ago. I think I have 3 of them, and I just put a bottle brush on that one. And I have this greenery that I got at a yard sale. I have a couple pieces of that, and I'll show you another piece of that in the kitchen. And then just to show you, when you walk in the front door, this header, we use the leftover brick from the dining room wall, and I love the look of that. There's our little entry light. And this beautiful shelf that my husband made me, I love decorating. I know I've showed you this before. The shutters I got at a flea market years ago. This is one of my all-time favorite finds, this little flea market $5 scale. And I got this year, I showed you in a video, this little quarter Bible page ornament. My daughter, who is now 17, I think when she was about 11 or 12, she made me these. She Mod Podged these Bible pages and glittered them. They are one of my absolute favorite all-time Christmas decor pieces that I have. Love to display those. And here's some more of those Pioneer Woman dishes that I'm always showing you. I got a huge box of them this year for $5. And I have them kind of all over my house. I love displaying stacked dishes. This sign I got this year at Hobby Lobby, and I was really happy when I saw that. I thought, man, that just will fit in so good on this little display here on the shelf. I wanted to show you this piece. This is actually a piece of foam that I got at a flea market this summer. I paid $1 for it. It was like a wedding prop, and it's made to look like an old piece of wood. And my daughter Paige just free-handed that on there for me. I love how that turned out. And my sweet little dresser that I got last year for $60. I have so much stored in that. It's so convenient having that right there. I just have this little banner that I made last year with old Bible pages and a Sharpie marker. Really simple. I got this last year, but this year I added this little vintage sleigh bell to it. More of my Pioneer Woman dishes. And I did already make my living room video, so if you haven't seen that, check out my mantle on that and my brand new Christmas tree that I got this year. It looks so pretty. I'm really happy with how that turned out. And right over here, still in the kitchen, I keep this pretty much the same. I need to probably change it up a little. I did have an idea I'll run by you guys. This tree, I call these little champagne, these little, I don't know, like stick trees basically is what I would call it. They have this exact one in 6 foot, and it's pre-lit at Walmart right now for $25. I thought about setting it on this chair and keeping it plugged in there in the kitchen. I didn't know if that'd be too much. So if you want to leave me your opinion on that. I did get one new thing this year. I recently was at a craft bazaar, and the lady had a whole table of vintage Christmas items, and I just fell in love with this. It did have red bulbs on it that I plucked off, but that's just so perfect. Just perfectly goes in my house. See, this table we got in February, so this is the first time I've had it at Christmas to decorate. And I love the weathered look of that wood. I think it's so pretty. These bulbs were one of my favorite finds a few years ago. I got these at Big Lots and they were like a vintage inspired. They're really heavy and nice and I like to display them here. Mom and I were at a really nice upscale store right after Christmas last year and I got 2 of these Mercury pine cones on probably like 75% off deal. And then I kept this really simple, just a little tree, and I put one of the ornaments on there. And I did add these little butter pat plates up here on the wall this summer. And I finally found curtains that I was happy with for in here. In my yard sale video, I kept buying curtains for it. I ended up getting these at Bed Bath & Beyond, and they're just a nice lined curtain. So here's the look of that. And there was one other thing I really wanted to show you. I showed this in one of my yard sale videos, the sweet little silver bell that I got for $1. And I couldn't wait to display that for Christmas. I love the vintage look of that. I think it's so cute. I got that beautiful sign for $1 at a yard sale. That's another one of the greeneries that I showed in the entryway. I got this little jug at a yard sale and my little vintage sleigh bells. I got 2 of these Mercury trees at a yard sale. I showed the other one on my mantle and they're on a timer. So every day from like 4:30 to 10:30, those come on and look really pretty in here. And I laid these plates out so I could show you. Mom sent me these 4 beautiful plates that she got at Pier 1. She bought them for herself and ended up saying that she wouldn't use them. And I told her, yes, I will definitely use those. You can send them my way. And one other thing I got were these stirrers that I put beside my coffee pot this year. And I thought those were so pretty and just looked so nice there. And they come in really handy right beside my coffee pot. Hey, that about wraps it up. I do have this Hallmark countdown to Christmas sign that I hang every year in here. It's a cookie sheet. I think it's so sweet. And this was another thing that Paige made. She freehanded this. And I'm gonna have my husband build a frame around it. I haven't got to that yet, but that is it for this video. I really appreciate you guys watching and always leaving such sweet little comments on them. And I hope that you all have a very Merry Christmas.